Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce myself and then I will ask our distinguished instructors introduce themselves because I invited some of our instructors from Vice Quarter, and we are so excited to have a live session with you guys. And let me introduce myself. My name is Ebrar, and I have been living in United States, Chicago, for like 19 years, and I have been working as an educator in multiple universities over like 12 years and had more than 4,000 students. And right now I'm a career coach at Voice Quarter, and I'm helping students to get ready for their job interviews, and I help them to prepare resume, LinkedIn account, and help them to improve their soft skills. And now I wanna let our instructors introduce themselves. Welcome, Mr. Rasul.
Hi.
Hello, we're glad to have you here, and we want to know who is Mr. Yüksel. And actually, should I use your first name or last name? I don't know. Maybe I should call you Mr. Rasul.
I prefer Rasul because I really like my name, and I want to feel that we are close, and obviously we are close. Yeah, my name is Rasul. Currently I'm living in Canada, and I have been in Canada almost 5 years. I used to be a physics teacher back home in Turkey. When I come to Canada, I decided to change my major, and I got my education, my diploma on IT business, IT field. Then I decided to become a teacher, an instructor, and I chose Salesforce because it's really nice. And currently I'm working on Vice Quarter as a Salesforce instructor.
Great. So yeah, we actually want to know the secrets being so famous instructor. And yeah, I know that your students call you Mr. Rasul, and they keep saying a lot of good things about you. Is there any secret for that?
Thank you. I don't know if I'm famous, but thank you for your compliment, first of all. I think if we say a secret, I really love being a teacher. When I was in Turkey, it was 1992. I decided, in Turkey we have an university entrance exam. I got pretty high score, but I said, no, I want to become a teacher. Even though I could become a dentist or let's say doctor, but I said, no, I want to become a teacher. Why? Because I really love this job, and I'm passionate about this. Because of this, I believe our friends, we have a really good energy between us, and I think this is because I love my job. I believe this is the answer. Maybe, I don't know.
Yes, exactly. It's a great answer. That's make a difference. We really feel like you really enjoy what you're doing. That's make a great success. And welcome, Mr. Arjan. And could you introduce yourself? And could you tell us what are your responsibilities at Vice Quarter?
Yeah, thank you for having me today. So I'm Ercan. I'm a Salesforce developer. I'm also a teacher. I'm not as famous as Mr. Rasul. However,
you are.
I share his passion as well because I like teaching as well. I have teaching experience more than 20 years. I worked in different countries, and now I'm in the UK. So as Mr. Rasul said, really teaching is a lifestyle. So I couldn't escape from it. And finally, I found myself in teaching sector again. So of course I like to be always in teaching side, because sharing knowledge, what we know, what I can share with others, making me happy. So that's why it's really good to teach. And that's why while I'm working as a Salesforce developer, I prefer to teach as well.
That's great. Glad to be here in the session with you. And I've been hearing a lot of good things from students about you, so I appreciate it. So now it's the turn for our third superhero. Mr. Birol, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Birol. I'm a certified Salesforce administrator, and I live in New Jersey. I came to the United States about 25 years ago. I studied computer network administrator. I worked in many companies such as Verizon, AT&T Wireless, and Dish Network. What got me into Salesforce was that I worked for a company as a business development manager, and they needed a CRM which could streamline their everyday business activities. And it was kind of my job to find the best CRM solution. And after some intensive research, we settled on Salesforce. After that, it was again my job to learn how to use it. So I trained myself using every knowledge base I could get my hands on, and became an admin. I didn't even have a certificate at that time, but a couple of years later, after switching jobs, I decided to join a boot camp and learn Salesforce fully, and got my certificate after that. And also, fun fact, I'm also a theater actor. We are working on a play which we should perform in like 4 to 5 months in New York. So that's something that many people don't know about me. But at Weiss Quarter, I'm one of the instructors, and we have a great team here. As you can see, everyone is great at what they do, and I can't wait till November 6th.
Great. You promise you're going to invite me for the show, right?
Yes, of course, your seat is ready,
Cannot
everything's ready.
Yeah, I cannot wait for it. Thank you so much. So now, Mr. Rasul, I'm going to ask you a question. We want to talk about, actually, I want to start with Salesforce questions first, then we may get some information about Weiss Quarter services. But I would like, you know, that nowadays a lot of companies using Salesforce, switching their platform to Salesforce, and a lot of people trying to learn Salesforce because there's a big demand on the market. But we want to know, what is Salesforce? Like earlier, before Salesforce, people were keep talking about being QA engineer or DevOps engineer, like regular other developers. I've been hearing data science. But now, when Salesforce became so famous, very, very well known, and we want to know, what is Salesforce? And we also want to explain it with the example. If you can give some examples, will be
Sure,
great
yeah.
to our participants. I know it's a long question, sorry.
It's a really nice question, because lots of our friends, they are confused about which measure they want to take. You know, as you mentioned, we have QA, which is called tester, another name, or we have data science, or we have lots of developers. The best thing I will say that first of all, Salesforce is a CRM program, which is customer management system, you know, relationship management, which means, you know, when I say we are building an accounting program, I believe most of our friends will understand that it's related to money. You know, we have lots of things we have to pay, our rent or whatever. But in CRM, we are tracking our, I will not say tracking, but it's a good word, I believe. We are tracking our customers. Like, let's assume that we are selling cell phone and we want to sell more, right? We made a campaign that we want to sell our iPhone, let's assume. This is related to one part of Salesforce, which is called marketing. You know, you need to send, especially digital marketing. You need to send some messages, text messages or emails that you could introduce your product. This is the first step. After some of your customers, not customer, actually, we say lead, they got interest about your products. And they say that, okay, now I'm interested, you know, I need something more. And then our second program says that, okay, now we want to contact with you. You know, our sales representative will call you, maybe they will email you, and they will try to introduce our products. And they say that, oh, this is our product, this is really nice, we have lots of features. And then if they got interest, we say that, okay, now we need to bargain, right? I will say that I'm selling this, let's say $100. And they will say, no, it's too much, you know, I need $90. And we have these all steps. after all, we hope that we could sell our products. And after selling, our customer may have some problems, or maybe they may ask anything else. And which we say that this is our third product, which is called Service Cloud. Actually, we say, this whole process, first, finding a new customer, second, giving the best option, and third, giving the best service. This whole system is called Salesforce. And if you want to do all these things, you need a program, because you have, let's assume that you have million accounts, million customers. You need to track all of them. It's really hard to manage all these things. And Salesforce created, the company name is Salesforce, and also the product name is Salesforce. The company Salesforce produced the Salesforce program and says that, okay, now if you want a customer relationship management, this is the program. And they handle, I will easily say that 90% of everything. If you want to, let's assume that as a company, as a huge company, let's say that I'm not Apple, but Bank of America. Let's assume that I want to track my customers. First, I need to have a server, which I will load every program. And then I need lots of developers to create the program that I need, right? And the main problem is this: security is the main problem. I should think everything. But Salesforce provides all of them at once. Just you need to log in and start to use. This is the first thing. And it has really flexible structure. Like, we had COVID-19, right? I will say that in 3 months, they created a new program to track COVID cases. And lots of countries, I believe, they are using the Salesforce program. And maybe some of our friends may know that we have a new era, which is called cryptocurrencies, Bitcoins and Ethereum, like that. And I know we have NFT. Now they created a new program to buy and sell NFTs, which means the Salesforce has a really nice structure. They can, adapt everywhere. Because of all these features, companies, they really like to use Salesforce. This is the main thing. And, as a company, you don't need to think about security. Everything you have, just you may customize some part of the Salesforce. That's all. And in that part, we are trying to teach our friends that how we customize Salesforce. This is the thing. And it's really easy. It's really easy to do everything. If we have some friends which they know about coding. Now, if possible, can I share my screen, because I want to show something?
Sure, definitely.
Let me share it. Okay, now, I hope my friends can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, this is called Salesforce. We have accounts here. We have opportunities. These are some, we say, objects we created. These are the accounts. It's really easy to track. These are the opportunities. Let's assume that we have a Dickinson. This is actually, it's not real program, that. We say we have edge communication here, which means this is one of our customer, and these are the opportunities I would say, they want to buy something from us. You see, it's really easy to track. If you want to go to opportunity, you say that, okay, now I have details, this is the amount, and if they want discount, it's really easy to give discount. Let's say that we are going to give 10% discount. You see, it's really easy to use for our customers. But behind the scenes, as a developer or as an admin, we create this structure. This is the thing we have to learn. Actually, we are teaching. Now, I want to show that part. You see, first of all, I want to mention we have 2 steps for our new beginner friends. First one is called admin, and the second part is called developer. I want to show what admin do, right? This is the thing, my friends. This page is called admin part, or we say setup page. We have to learn as an admin, we have to learn this page. let me show the fancy one. This is the last part, because in near future, everybody will follow this. You see, we have a structure I want to show. These are the flows we created with our students. Now, if you want to create a flow, which means, let's assume that after, let me show one, think that, my friends, I have an opportunity. We have some stages here. Let's say that we are on proposal. We say that, okay, we can sell this product with this amount of money. Let's assume that when I change something in this page, my sales manager, they want to receive a detailed email about the structure. As a sales representative, I just change my stage to proposal, then I don't need to think about the rest, because behind the scenes, as an admin, I can easily create a structure that if my sales representative changes the stage to proposal, my sales manager will receive a detailed email related to this opportunity. And this is how it is done. I'm going to show you one. It's random. As an admin, we have drag and drop ability. Now, if you want, you can just drag and drop something here, and you can just assign. And if you want, you can create a record. This is the easy part, and this is really fancy. You don't need to think about coding. You don't need to think that, yes, I have to know Java or other languages. And this is really easy. Because of this, every company, when they see the structure and the flexibility, they say that, okay, this is really nice to have. This is
So
because
usually in other IT
really,
fields, there are a lot of coding background to do this, but in Salesforce, in the Salesforce company, and their product is also Salesforce, and they are able to do it without coding, some part of it. But of course, coding will involve in it. But yeah, for the admin part, there's no coding. They can do those fancy stuff.
because this is easy, everybody, actually, our students and all companies, they said, okay, if it is this easy, why do we need to, make investment, a lot of money, let's say $1 million, to create this structure? It's already created. And because of this, especially big companies, they said, okay, if we have this opportunity, why we create our own program? We don't need. And because of this, I will easily say that in 2000, next year, last year, Salesforce have over 200,000 customers. They are using this program, big companies. And because of this, there's a huge demand. They say that now we need developers. Why they need us? And if I want to show one step more, if they want to code, our students want to code, this is the place they should code. If they know what to do, it will be really easy for them. We have a language. It's, let me show one. You have this part. I just want to show. You see, you create lists and lots of things you can do, and it's really easy to do. Because of this part, all companies, they want to use Salesforce, and it's really, I would say, spreading all over America, especially.
Yeah. But in the classes, you teach those very slowly that the students can understand every steps, right? Because I watched some of your videos, you were going step by step.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, because, as one of our friends said, that I have really lots of experience about this teaching. I know how a student think, and I know that they should, and I should, as a teacher, do one by one, step by step, and it should be really slow. Otherwise, I can do, really quick, but most likely our friends will not understand what I do. And because I'm trying step by step to show, and I have a pen. I don't know, I didn't show you as a teacher. I like pen. Let me show you my
Writing
pen
on your screen.
Yeah, because of this, you see. When you say you show this, please click this part, and then this, and then
Exactly.
this, they easily understand what I do.
Yeah, I'm sure that will help because I'm an educator, you're an educator, so same thing with Mr. Arjan, Mr. Birol. So we all are educators, so that's why when we have like education background, that make a difference because we know how to teach to the students slowly, and when they have question, answer their questions. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's great. So yeah, Mr. Arjan, I have a question for you.
Yeah, please.
Are you ready for it?
I'm afraid Mr. Rasul will teach everything today.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't refrain teaching.
Yeah, I asked him a long question because we really, I mean, before the students enroll, they want to know what is Salesforce. Like, is it something same or something similar with other IT fields or something different? So that's why I really appreciate that he showed us example. I think it was a great example for some of the participant who wants to know. But yeah, of course, it's always taking time. Mr. Arjan, I live in United States, and when I search for a Salesforce administrator or Salesforce developer in regular LinkedIn account, and I see lots of posts from different companies, and every day I see like new posting, and I've been seeing a lot of friend doing interview with multiple companies at the same time because there are a lot of opening. But I don't know about Turkey and Europe much since I've been living here like 19 years. So I know you live in Europe, and could you give us some information if there is a job opening in Turkey and Europe, and also
Yeah,
maybe compare with each other?
definitely. First of all, of course, we can't compare US market and other countries because of population, power, money. So of course, so US is number one in especially IT sector generally. But secondly, I can say the UK, where I'm living now, is very fast, they're developing very fast because I make some statistics from last 2 years, for example, is very sharply increasing, and this increment is significant when you check the market. And firstly, Salesforce has this advantage, as you said, just demonstrated that we have admin part and developer part. So who has the coding skills, they can easily change their path to Salesforce from React, from Java, from whatever you know, Python, whatever. You can just quickly shift your path to Salesforce and you are good to go. This is the first advantage. The secondly, if you don't have any background about coding, about IT generally, so you can learn easily by starting by admin. That's why also it is easy to shift your career to one to another. And when it's come to market demand, of course, it's increasing significantly. And the reason is, the Salesforce has a lot of advantages. Earlier, it was known by big companies, but nowadays, all small companies also start using Salesforce. And I have some friends working as a Salesforce admin or developer, as a single Salesforce developer in a company. It shows that they intend to use Salesforce. However, they don't know what to do. And today I'm working in a company, but still I'm having some call every day, almost every day, from other companies. Some recruiters are disturbing me. Why this and that? Because there's big difference. We should not miss this part. You can find experienced Java developer in the market. You can find Python, you can find C# or other languages. But when it comes to Salesforce, we don't have in the market experienced people. And it is really lacking in the market. And we should not compare directly the overall numbers, because when I compare, for example, I was interested in React and React Native in the past, And that's why it's really coming to my screen always. And when I compare React and Salesforce, of course, is going together, I can say is almost same. But when we compare together with Java developer, for example, with Java post, let me say in LinkedIn, and Salesforce workers, admin or developer, and the Salesforce jobs in the market, of course, there are very big difference. What I mean is the rate between applications and the announcements in the market is really too high rate because you can compare it when you apply from LinkedIn, you can see the number of applicants in a job. And because I did it, I see, for example, in a single job, for example, I'm also interested in teaching. When I see math teacher application, you can see for a job hundreds of applications. However, in Salesforce, you can find only 10, 15, maybe 20 of them. So this shows that, firstly, the applicant per job is really low. There's not enough people in the market. And secondly, the salaries are really encouraging, is a fact. I am here more than 20 years experience in teaching, plus management, plus other experience. I don't want to mention here too much, but I have some teaching skills in the past. But when I come to the market today, just an estimate I will give, I'm earning more than double teacher salaries, plus flexible working time, plus very long open opportunities and career plan for you. And the companies are looking for you and just they are opening path. So I don't want to just draw pink atmosphere here, but generally this is a fact that there are a lot of opportunities. So UK and leading, I can say Europe, plus Germany, plus Netherlands coming later. I think this order we can say is really high demand. And what about Turkey? Of course, Turkey also understands the importance of CRM generally. Just it's mentioned now, there are a lot of reasons for that. Unlike before, we don't design websites manually, just using some platforms and keeping big servers, hard disk in somewhere, just keeping our storing our data. We don't do this again. So we have CRMs, and Salesforce is leading CRM market without any doubt. So that's why I think everyone in this sector knows about Salesforce. So Salesforce is leading this market, and is fortunately for us that there is no enough resource, human resource about Salesforce to to have enough capability. Maybe in the USA you can feel more, but in Europe as well is really high, increasing very fast. In short feature, I would like to show some statistics, but in very short feature, till I think 2025, we are going to have over 4 million, 4.3 million of Salesforce people in the market demanded, and it's really huge for this kind of specific market.
Yeah, demand is getting high, but there's not enough people who is gonna feel that, right? Okay, yeah, it's great. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, because when the number of company increase, switching to Salesforce, then there is a big need, but there's no enough qualified people on the market. So that's why, the salary is high comparing to other IT fields, and also, having an option to be administrator or developer also, a big choice for the people. For example, I got a job as an admin and I don't need to worry about coding, so it's one of opportunity that exists in Salesforce. Yeah, thank you so much. Is there anything that you want to add?
So actually, one more thing maybe can be mentioned here. Salesforce is offering free 10 users for charities and non-profit organizations. So it's also really useful for market to use. And in Europe, especially, I know a lot of charities can use Salesforce. They can benefit without any pay, without any cost for them. And it's also a very big opportunity. Only thing they need just to customize the Salesforce design for their needs. So with this, easily they can adapt their system to Salesforce, and it is an opportunity that Salesforce is offering.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you so much for all the information. And yeah, as you mentioned, I will suggest the participant just do research about it. Like wherever you live, I live in the United States. When I search for United States, I see a lot of job opening. You can search Salesforce Developer or Salesforce Administrator wherever you live in the country. And even you live in Turkey, you may search for the opportunities work in Europe or in different countries. So yeah, definitely you will be able, you should do some research before you start the program.
Oh, by the
And
way, so you asked about the opportunity from Turkey, especially on Europe side. The
yeah,
big advantage from our side is, our cost for employee is really encouraging for companies from US. I got a lot of not offer, I would say, opportunity from Canada and US generally. They are looking for cheap Salesforce developer and admin, I can say briefly, because the prices in USA starting from 120K yearly salaries for developers, and easily you can find 3, 4 in Turkey by this cost. Generally, this is the perspective from their side, and that is why they have offshore teams working from India, from other countries, and just to save their cost. And I think it is good opportunity. Turkey's and Europe's position for US is also good because when you check the local time, we have just 5 or 6 hours difference between USA, while India has more, but still they are working with Indian teams. So I think it is good market, good opportunity because of our strategic position in Europe could be used.
mhm. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much. And now, Mr. Birol, we know that Vice Quarter offers 6 months long course to become a Salesforce developer, and after that there will be 1 month internship program, so the students will be able to apply what they learn in the real life job environment before they are on the market. But for those to start that course, is there any educational background or job experience needed to start this course? Do you think someone who never had a job experience or never had a coding experience or any educational background can still start this course and still become a Salesforce developer?
I'll give you the short answer is no, because I've seen many people from different educational backgrounds get into Salesforce. And I know I'm from IT background, but my time in boot camp, I met many people, my classmates who had no job experience and no IT background experience. So like housewives, teachers, cashiers, these people had no IT background and got hired as Salesforce developers. Another one, a close example is my wife. Actually, she worked for a publishing firm before, and now recently got hired because she finished the same boot camp. Remember, as an instructor, we will be with you at every step of this 6 months long journey, and we will help you get your administrator certificate and then your developer certificate. There are high demand; these are high demanded skills, and then you will get into an internship program, so you will have the knowledge to do the job, and we will give you the experience. So when you get into an interview, you can show it. If you look right now, because I looked about half an hour ago, there are over 90,000 job listings in LinkedIn only. So again, the answer is no. So.
Yeah. So no means it is not required to have
Yeah.
background experience, right?
Exactly.
So you're not saying no, they cannot be in Salesforce Developer.
No, the answer is no, because I've seen it firsthand. I've seen many people who had no background experience and no IT background, no job experience, even like stay-at-home mom and teachers and cashiers. They were they work simple jobs and they got into this field and they got jobs very easily. And but I'm talking about United States, of course. I've been here for 25 years, and but I don't know about other markets, but here it's very highly demanded.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, and I also have a lot of friends. They start the course with no background, and they didn't know any coding. And I remember actually, I was actually helping some of friends about coding, which I didn't know much, but but we were trying to help each other when we start learning about coding. But yeah, definitely now everybody doing much better, and they are able to get a job in the field, and they don't have a problem. But of course, if someone has a background, maybe they will learn a little faster than who doesn't have background, but definitely they can learn it. Yeah, thank you so much. And Mr. Rasul, we know that our students have a great system in Vice Quarter. They can use a LMS system and reach all the resources. Could you give us some information about our LMS system, and maybe also talk about some of the preparation if they need to have before they start the course?
For sure. The first thing, we have sessions. Let me, I believe our friends will guess that. We are going to have sessions on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. In the morning, if they want, I'm talking about in EST time zone. If they want, they can reach our sessions, which is in Turkish. And around 7 p.m., they can reach and they can attend our classes in English. And if at the weekends, we have lots of sessions related to, we say, mentoring time. They have to prepare themselves to interviews, and they have to learn how to say, what to say. And nowadays, as you know, you are the leader, you have lots of questions to ask to students that, please, can you code this, can you do this, related to admin questions. And all of these lessons are stored. And let's assume that one of our friends, they had something and they couldn't be able to make, and they couldn't be able to attend the session. And we have a system which is called LMS. They can easily reach the record from there. And also if they have time, which we highly recommend them, they can watch the previous sessions, let's say 100 times. But the thing is, if I can do this, I want to share the screen because it's really easy to understand when you see. I think, yes, this is called, my friends, LMS. We say Learning Management System. As I have a privilege as an admin, but our students, they will have maybe not more than 3 tabs. Let's assume that this is their structure, and they say that they have been in this course, let's say 2 months. They are going to see all these things. These are the topics I want to show. This is related to the admin part. First of all, you see, these are the topics. Now, let's assume that they want to recap or they want to rewatch any of our sessions. They should just go here, and these are the videos, my friends, we have already uploaded, and we have some quizzes we highly recommend them to take these quizzes. And this is the thing, in this part, they are going to have the handbook, which we have everything. Let me show you one. This is related to security part of Salesforce. You see, they have a really nice handbook they can read if they want. And this is the part, sorry, let me go back. And you see, we have trail mix, which is, if they start, they are going to know, they are going to learn this one. We have trailhead. If, when you study trailhead, you gain marks and then you have some privileges, which means it's some kind of playground for our students. They have to, develop their skills about Salesforce. And these are the things they are going to reach when they start course. But before starting our course, if they enroll now, we are going to open our previous sessions videos, and they can easily watch all the videos before attending the class. It's their option, but we highly recommend them because they are going to understand what is the structure. And this is really nice, and this is really, I believe, the most organized, demanded part of our course, and it's really tidy. And we have another thing I want to show. This is the regular sessions, and we have recap sessions. Mostly we teach in Turkish, because if they have any question, they can easily come and ask the questions to us. And we have homeworks. At the session, we say that please do this as a homework. And if, let's assume that they couldn't be able to do, or maybe they studied by themselves and they said that, okay, now I have a question I have to ask our teacher, they can ask at the session, but we highly recommend them to come to our recap sessions and ask their questions in the recap. And this is really nice, and this is, it's really easy to use, and it's easy to track everything. This is called LMS system, and I believe it's really nice to have this.
Very organized, yeah. And I've been hearing from students a lot saying that they are able to ask their question during class time and after class time, and also during review sessions. Yes, thank you so much. And Mr. Ercan, could you please tell us about mentoring program at Vice Quarter and also mock interviews?
Yeah. As we know, technical part is just one part of this journey. So we need to have some other skills to get good job, I can say, good position and opportunities, because nowadays the people, generally companies, are looking for someone who will contribute and commit to their team by behavior, by communication skills, or organization skills, leadership skills, and other skills as well. So as a course, Vice Quarter offer also other trainings as behavioral skills, because we have special sessions for them to improve themselves. For example, Flipgrid videos, we want them to record themselves for a particular questions, which might be, most probably will come to in their interview. So they will be prepared and ready for that. And once they listen this kind of question, for example, when they hear this question that tell me about yourself, without any hesitation, any doubt, they will answer very clearly and perfect answers. Mm-hmm. And apart from that, this journey is very stressful, and our course is, of course, intensive course is very steep, and you need to handle it. What I mean, not just learning by just input knowledge, but also managing your psychology, because sometimes your moral, your generally can be down, and you need to be pushed and again refresh yourself. Mentoring sessions is generally doing this and encouraging our students to increase generally their motivation so that they will be more engaged and learn without any missing part. So this is actually from starting point till the end point. Our guidance system will take them along all this journey until the end point. What I mean the end point is until they got the job, even after getting the job, still they may need some help because during the work environment, we all have some challenges which we may not overcome. So we need some support from our colleagues. So our hand is always there. So we are going to be supporting them during their working time as well. But the most importantly, from course ending till the first offer they will get, this period is very, I can say, is complicated and they need to manage. So we will be with them during this period. So before they jump into the real interview, we want them to be prepared. That's why we have mock interviews, and we try to create an environment for them to feel themselves as they are in front of interviews for real job. So it will help them to feel this atmosphere, and they just sometimes they may be excited and they cannot express themselves how they want. But by this, I think we are going to help them to adapt themselves to this new system, interview system generally. And also we are, it helps them to be confident and be prepared again without any gap. So the mentoring session can be also classified in psychology part, technical part, and all this preparation part. But most importantly, I think we try to feel them, okay, we are with you anytime. Just by one message, you can reach us about technical questions or about other challenges. We'll be with you anytime. So I think our mentoring system is special for that. And really, they will enjoy it when they join us.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, during boot camp or when the students taking course, of course, there will be time that they are like overwhelming or look so busy, and sometimes they won't be able to find the time to do their daily routines. So then sometimes they're like, oh, I'm busy this week and I miss classes and I cannot catch up, and they decide to not continue. But then our mentors working with small groups, and they are helping them, as you mentioned, and they are with them, and they are encourage them to continue and until they got successful. And it is a great opportunity for the students to have mock interviews so they can feel the environment that they will be in the real interview. And of course there are lots of common interview questions everywhere, so they will definitely learn what should be their soft skills and what should be their perfect answer for common questions. So that will definitely be helpful to be prepared before they actually being on the market. And
yeah, so in different platforms, you can find courses in YouTube or some ready packaged courses. You can find the Salesforce courses in technical part, what I mean. But sometimes, maybe every one of us, sometimes we tried it. Just take a course. After a while, you will be tired and your motivation is not there. And after a while, you drop, and it's not continuous, and it is not something you can make it for a long time. But with mentoring and with this organization, you will be pushed and motivated for that until end of the course, what you need. Otherwise, course, maybe, I don't mean you can find something like Resul Hocam, but still you can find some courses good in a good manner like demonstrations and technical part. But if you don't click on play button, do not play. So you will not be there, or it's just explaining by themselves and you will be sleeping or somewhere else. But with our generally following system and the mentoring system is also pulling you and interact to be with us and to be involved in the course. So with this team all together, we are going to achieve it, and you will feel energy from others as well.
Yes, definitely. That's great. And now, Mr. Birol, could you give us some information about Salesforce certificates and job titles? We said there are two parts like admin and developer, but can you give us more information about the certificates and job titles?
Certainly, like you mentioned, there's going to be two certifications that you will be getting, Salesforce Administrator Certificate and Salesforce Developer Certificate. As a Salesforce Administrator, or sometimes referred as a Salesforce Admin, some of your responsibilities would be like creating reports, resetting passwords, maintaining data quality within your organization. And then there's the Salesforce Developer certification. As a Salesforce developer, you're expected to be able to configure as well as customize the application to fit the customer's requirements using language called Apex, which is Java-like language. Flow, triggers, process builders, these are some of the tools that Salesforce provides. And once you become a Salesforce developer, the Salesforce developer is a very highly demanding skill in Salesforce industry. So once you get this certificate, you're going to be, seeked after. So also there are other certifications. Salesforce has over like many certifications, but like business analyst, consultant, designer, and like architect. But there are so many of them, and but keep in mind this is a growing market, and you can create your own career path. And then you will always have a goal for the future. Once you become a developer, there's no stopping you there. You can go forward and look for other opportunities.
That's great. Thank you so much. So you mentioned that the students will be having admin certificates and Salesforce developer certificates once they complete the course. But those certificates getting from the Salesforce itself. So the course is not giving certificates, but the course teach the students to have enough knowledge about the topics. So then when they take the exam from Salesforce itself, they are able to get the certificate, and the instructors are going to help them how to register, how to take the exam, and about all the steps.
And it's going to be online also, so you don't have to, there are local places you can go and, take your exam there, but, you're going to be taking it online from your home. You can actually finish the course and then take the exam and get your certification. And we're going to help you, of course, with the knowledge that you need to complete this certification. And like I said, once you get the certification, we're going to help you with the internship, so you get the job experience that you need. So when you go to the interview, so you can actually use that experience to get a job.
Yes, definitely. And Mr. Resul, I was going to say your last name. So could you give us detail about the internship program that Vice Quarter give? We mentioned about internship program earlier, because after 6 months they will start an internship program. But how internship program looks like? What they're going to do in the internship program? Could you give us information?
After finishing our course, our students will say that, okay, now I want to go and get some job, when they got their, when they introduce themselves to market, they are going to be asked that if they have any experience about Salesforce or working environment. And we, as a company, as a vice quarter, we said why we don't show our students the real work environment. What I mean with this, in a real work environment, they have to, work with it as a team. They have to learn how to work as a team, because especially in Western countries, they really encourage their employees to work as a team. And to do this, we say that why we don't create an environment to our students, and we name as internship. When they graduate, I will say, from this bootcamp, we are going to ask them. We have an opportunity to give some kind of internship. It will be like, first of all, there will be an interview part, but we just want to demonstrate what they are going to face in real market. It will not be tough, I promise them. And after passing that interview part, they are going to, as actually Mr. Erkin, he is the boss of that internship. They will be divided into parts, teams. And in the morning, they should, while we are learning everything, we are going to teach our students that what is Jira, what is agile methodology, and in internship, they will have opportunity to see all these things. What does daily meeting mean? What does grooming mean? What does product owner mean, right? And in the morning, Mr. Erkin will say that, okay, now we have a task and I'm assigning this task to you. Please, you have, let's say, 6 hours or 8 hours to finish this task. And as a team, they are going to work together. Maybe they may, if they want, they can work by themselves, but we highly encourage them to work as a team. And at the end of the day, they are going to receive that. They are going to say that, no, as you assigned a task and we have finished this task, this is the solution. And Mr. Erkin will say that, okay, now, yes, you have done, but there's the best practice for this task. You should know this, you should act like this. Actually, in short, I will easily say that this will be a real-time, real work environment experience. Mm-hmm. And then after 1 month, they will be easily say that now, if they go and if they got interview, most likely they will be asked that, did you have any experience about Salesforce? They can easily say that, yes, we had an experience, we work in this company, and we know what is Jira, what is agile methodology, and we have, we created lots of things. You will say that. Because of this, we highly encourage our students that they should take this internship really serious. Mm-hmm. After this, they will say that now I can easily say that maybe 2 years experience. They will gain this experience in that month. This is the thing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. A real life experience will be very helpful for the students, and especially for, in the when they have a sandbox, their own sandbox to work on, they will be able to complete the entire development process, which is usually is a painful process to learn. If you're if you're in the job and you're learning by yourself, that you may do a lot of mistakes, but you're gonna do all the mistakes in our internship program, so then you will learn before you start the job. So that's a great opportunity for the students. Yes, Mr. Ercan. Yeah. We keep talking about the Salesforce having like flexible and adaptable structure for different businesses like banks, hospitals, schools, and any wide range of businesses in the market. But how is that possible? Like, how Salesforce does Salesforce has like modules or parts which is suitable to meet the needs of different type of businesses?
Yes, definitely. Salesforce is ready for all demand requirements, because the Salesforce has a cloud system. So, for example, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Finance Cloud, Health Cloud, Education Cloud, and a lot of clouds like Marketing Cloud. So there are some basic clouds like Sales and Service Cloud that very frequently companies are using, because the sales is the first target generally they need, and service is another thing, especially from customer side, these complaints and all that. And these are the basics, but there are some other clouds, and every day is increasing, and Salesforce is updating their clouds. And today, if I'm wrong, it's more than 30 different clouds Salesforce has in the market actively. What does it mean? What is these clouds? Earlier, let's assume I have a company, let's say car dealer. I want to sell cars or just maintain the cars and all that. And I need a system, like management system generally, the company management system, plus I need to store my data securely in a place, my customers, my products and everything, and plus marketing methodology and generally the relationship with others, third parties. And all that minimum of a company needs a year to create all this system. By paying huge amount of money, they still need minimum of a year to create a system. By any other systems I'm talking about, faster one can be only minimum of year. But in Salesforce, easily by customizing some part of this, for example, Sales Cloud, it will be available in 3-4 months, which is very fast. So this really good advantage, and the number one advantage of Salesforce in terms of this clouding and the packages, modules, you say. So there are other advantages I can mention is integrity. So integration with Salesforce to third-party systems is also really easy, firstly, and also effective. Is working, we have also in Salesforce App Exchange and a lot of applications. You can assume like Apple Store or Google Store, something like this. You have some applications there and you can easily download and use it for your needs. So this kind of applications and clouding system helps you to find everything ready and just you adopt and you go with this. And generally with this package, Salesforce is really effective. And first of all, of course, security, which is really important. Security, time, and of course the cost, which is another issue, because instead of having huge team and create some applications and all system, you just buy a cloud system and you use it for your needs. So this way, you also reduce the cost of your company. So overall, when you evaluate everything, you understand that Salesforce will be easier from company side. From our side, as a developer or worker, let me say, and we have also some other advantages from Salesforce. We don't struggle with a lot of system, I mean the coding part. We have a lot of back issues, and integration has created, especially these REST systems, taking, for example, bank system. They are very strict about security and you can't use their data easily. But Salesforce is really adaptable and easily communicate with this system. And with this, you can also use your system, Salesforce system, with a third party. If you have a website, if you have some applications, if you have some existing system in your company, you can just adopt it to Salesforce. So your role there, just integrate these two systems and you are good to go. This way, Salesforce will be really useful for generally everyone.
That's great. Thank you for all the information. And now my last question for Mr. Birol. Could you give us information about the schedule? Let's say some of our students watch the session and they like it and they want to be part of our family. And what are gonna be their schedule looks like? Can they attend both Turkish and English classes? And when is gonna be their first day?
Of course, they can attend both, English and Turkish classes, but the times are different. First of all, the course will start on November 6th, and it will consist of two main parts. The first 9 weeks, you will be learning the admin part, and then we start with the developer program. And then the day classes will be 12 p.m. in Eastern Time to 3 p.m. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so no Thursday. These classes will be in Turkish, but the English classes will be from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. again in Eastern Time. Same days as same days Turkish classes. On the weekends, there will be classes for projects, interview preparations, mentorship meetings, and weekly reviews. In total, the whole course is about 26 weeks, with the internship program is about 7 months. While you're learning to become a developer, you will also improve, your soft skills. We will prepare you for the interviews. We will create projects together and help you with those interviews, and provide mentoring when you have questions or problems. And also, our mentors are full-time Salesforce employees, so that's a big plus. And as you can see, this is a very comprehensive course. We have many people working to help you start a new career. But this is a two-way street with our efforts. Your effort is also greatly needed. Before, during, or after classes, if you run into an issue, you don't understand something, or you have other problems, you can contact me or any other instructor. We can help you, or if we can't, then we can find somebody who can.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was actually my last question. And I also see the questions on the chat box, and some students were asking about the Turkish. Yeah, definitely we have a customer service who speak Turkish and English. They can ask their question, and we have WhatsApp group, Telegram groups that's attached to the program. You can see it in the YouTube channel, and you can sign in to our group so you can continue communicating with our customer service, and we will be able to help you out and answer your questions. And if you join our WhatsApp group or Telegram group, you will be able to ask your future questions and continue in touch with the group. And we will also have some warm-up sessions going on right now. You may, whenever you assign, you can join the scheduled warm-up session before class started, so you can also ask your question during warm-up sessions. Thank you so much, and thank you a lot for accepting my invitation and join this program. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.